What is up, rockers of the Rock Nation? This is your fellow rocker here, Rockerman X. And I'm here. I know it's a couple days later. Couple days late. Well, I did say on Sunday, the night of, or the next day, which would have been yesterday. But I didn't do yesterday either. And I figured, well, I might as well do it today and get it over with. So that way it doesn't lead up until fucking Survivor Series of me doing this. But, yeah. I am here with my Hell in a Cell review. I know it's 1 or 2 days late, depending on how you want to look at it. But hey, the Hell in a Cell review is finally here. Well, results in review is finally here, and I hope you all enjoy it. But yeah, let's start off with the first match of the night, which was on the kickoff show. We got Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville take it. Oh wait, before I say that too, my predictions I'm going to assume for Hell in a Cell. I will admit I missed a few here and there, but overall, well, no, I can actually count how many I got wrong. 1, 2, 3. I got 4 wrong out of 8, so I got half wrong. That's not terrible. Rip, still getting half wrong, 50% rip. But no, but seriously. Yeah, for the kickoff match, we had Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville take on King, Barrett, Rusev, and Sheamus. This match, by the way, if you hear this, I apologize. I've had kind of a cold starting, rip, as well. But seriously, overall, I thought this match was, compared to most 6-man tag matches, it was a fun 6-man tag match, and it was definitely better than what it has been recently, to be honest. But, and I did enjoy the match. This is probably one of the, well, I want to say one of the better, just because it definitely wasn't the best match, but it was one of the better. But I have one question raising after this match, though. After the shit Cesaro did, even Neville or Ziggler or everyone else in the match, other than Rusev, of course. I'm sorry, I had to say that because I don't like Rusev at all. But mainly Cesaro, Neville, Ziggler, Barrett, Sheamus. Why aren't these guys pushed better than what they are? Especially Cesaro or Neville. I mean, Ziggler's been up there before. Sheamus has been up there before. Barrett has been up there before. Why don't you at least push Cesaro or Neville? I mean, Neville. I can understand why they're not pushing him. He's still fresh, but Cesaro, at least push him some way or another. Like, seriously. Why hasn't this dude been champion? I mean, I'm not hopping on the Cesaro section bandwagon, but it's true. Like, Cesaro, Neville, Ziggler, Barrett, Sheamus, those 5 out of the 6 people, why aren't they being pushed better? Like, seriously. That's really all I gotta say. But overall, this 6-man tag match, again, was a really fun match, and I really did enjoy it. It was better than majority of 6-man tag matches we had in the past, especially the ones on Raw. But overall, my prediction was correct, if I remember right. Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville won this match. Now, moving on to the main show, we have the John Cena US Open Challenge versus a surprise return to the WWE, Alberto Del Rio. Goddamn, I'm getting hyper for no reason. Then again, I'm still kind of watching it right now. That's because I'm literally rewatching it. Rip. I'm literally rewatching Hell in a Cell because I had nothing better to do today. And now, anyway, sorry, it's on TV, and it was anything on my TV, I generally look over there sometimes. But anyway, but overall, I will say this match in general, the John Cena US Open Challenge versus Alberto Del Rio. Ultimately, I really did enjoy this match, mainly not for the wrestling, well, obviously for the wrestling, but also the fact that it was the John Cena's opponent. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be someone we haven't seen in a while. I mean, it could have been anyone. But ultimately, they really did make it unpredictable of who his Open Challenge opponent was going to be. Especially with Del Rio coming back. And Del Rio being with Zeb Coulter. The person that was like, this is America, damn it. Blah, blah, blah. We got to deport them. All that shit. I'm not trying to sound retarded here, but that's what Zeb Coulter was when he was with Swagger. and also with Cesaro when they were the real Americans, but mainly with Swagger, and then all of a sudden he's with Del Rio, and he's like, I believe everyone should be equal, blah, blah, blah. I guess he's. There's probably a reason for that I'm not going to get into. It's probably some sort of political reason that I'm not going to get into. But ultimately, I did enjoy Predictable. Del Rio came back. Unpredictable. Del Rio came back with Zeb. I really did like it. And then you also had. And it felt fresh. The match did feel fresh. Because it's been a while since we've seen Del Rio repeat. And I've never been one to like Del Rio all that much, if any at all. But again, has been a while since we've seen Del Rio, and it really did feel fresh, and especially up against Cena. They've always had good matches in the past. I will say that. And ultimately, this match was a good match. So the John Cena US Open Challenge goes to Alberto Del Rio, winning the match. And I did call it was going to be whoever Cena's opponent was, because Cena was going on vacation, so it makes sense. But Del Rio became the new US champion. So, the Russians had it. I'm laughing my ass off now of how many foreign countries have had the US championship. People from foreign countries have had it. We had Ireland. We had Russian. Now we got Mexico, god dang it. Who else had it? I don't know. That's just funny to me, to be honest. Nothing to be intended by it. I just find that funny. That actually is kind of funny. I'm just saying. But anyway, that match, Alberto Del Rio won and became the new United States champion. On with the next match. And I will say this now. Well, people said this match went on a little bit too long, from what I've seen on social media and shit like that, and people have said that. But who fucking cares? It was a Hell in a Cell match, and it was a good one at that. And quite honestly, I think this was the second best match of the night. I don't care. What match am I talking about? The Hell in a Cell match versus Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. This one I did get my prediction wrong, but rip. But overall, this match, again, probably the second best match of the night. Why? Because I completely enjoyed the fuck out of it. And you don't hear me say that much when it comes to Reigns and Wyatt. Then again, because we've seen it so many times played out so many different ways. But this felt kind of different, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I mean, when we have the weapons inside of the cage, like they had it there, going through the kendo sticks, like that, the chair being stuck in the side, the table spots at that, especially that fucking spear that Roman hit through the table, that looked fucking, that landing just looked nasty, especially it just looked like when Reigns hit the spear, and both of them went through the table, Reigns just it looked like his head, it literally looks like his head just bashed straight off the floor. Then again, I understand theatrics and it's supposed to look real, but the point of that just looked disgustingly nasty hit. That really did. And then the two basically just beat the... Well, then again, you could say that for the other Hell in a Cell, but I'll get that later. Just basically beat the living shit out of each other. Try to do anything they could to kill each other, basically. Not kill each other, but to get the win over each other. Isn't that what you want from a Hell in a Cell match? Like, seriously, there's been a Hell in a Cell match in the past that I've watched that has been absolute shit. This is one of those things that you really, really want from a Hell in a Cell. Just the two people doing crazy ass shit, whether they break out of the cage or not, or the cell or not, just one to beat the living hell out of each other. That's how I see it. Overall, I really did enjoy this match again. This match was the second best match of the night for me, and Roman Reigns won over Bray Wyatt. And now that we have the next match, and ultimately, this match was so-so. I mean, it's kind of, the ending is kind of stupid in my opinion, but what match I'm talking about, the WWE Tag Team Championship match, the New Day versus the New Day versus, oh my god, what the fuck can I speak? The New Day versus the Dudley Boyz. For fuck's sake, I can't talk today. And ultimately, I don't know, this match didn't live up to the hype that I thought, I mean, it was a good match, an overall enjoyable tag team match, better what most has been. Kind of sucked there's no Xavier Woods at ringside, but I guess it makes sense. And I admit I did laugh when Kofi tried to pull an Eddie Guerrero with the trombone, how Eddie used, and then again anyone does, but mostly with like Chavo and Eddie, this was more towards them, how they would grab a chair or something and throw it at their opponent, they would catch it, the referee would see it, DQ them, whatever, and they would fall on the ground. I've always enjoyed that. It's always been comical aspect. And Kofi trying to pull that off with a trombone was just, I don't know, it was funny. It made me laugh. And again, overall, I'm not going to complain about this match. I enjoyed this match. Again, the Dudley Boyz is one of my older favorite tag teams. Then again, I have a lot of older favorites, but that's beside the point. Anyone from like the Attitude Era, I love. I don't care what people say. You can have favorites, but the Attitude Era, I loved, and yeah. And then you had the New Day, one of my newer favorite tag teams, probably the only tag team that's worth a damn, to be honest. Not going to lie. But the main thing, there's another question. The main thing I want to bring from this match. Why the hell would they bring the Dudleys back, aka Devon and Bubba Ray, or Bully Ray, whatever you want to call him, but WWE he's Bubba Ray. In TNA he was Bully, but the point of it is, why would they bring the Dudleys back if they were going to lose all 3 times, or at least win by DQ all 3 times? I don't know, one time I think they lost by DQ. No, they actually did. The first time they won by DQ. The second time they won by DQ, so they didn't get the belts that time. They actually didn't get the belt either time. Or at least I'm assuming the first time they lost by DQ. They might have won straight pinfall, but I swear they've lost by DQ twice. And then all of a sudden, clean finish, and they win the last one by pinfall. Nothing fancy. The New Day won. The New Day won, by the way. That's why my point. If they let the New Day win just by clear pinfall and nothing, I don't know. I don't understand it, to be honest, but that's my feeling. Why bring the Dudleys back if they're not going to get championships? I mean, I guess it makes sense. They don't want to put, the tag, like they generally do, bring tag belts and put them on the older guys. But when you bring older guys back, you expect them to put the titles on them, at least for a short run, before they leave again or come back, whatever. You expect them, especially, I don't even know. It's just something that frustrates me. When you bring older guys back, you expect them to have some sort of run. And this plays into with the Kane and Seth Rollins match. And Kane's been around for a while, and he's stuck around. He's been there. He's never really left, except for when he filmed movies and stuff. But that's not my point. Again, I don't know. That's how I see it. I mean, this plays into with, like, I want to say Sting matches, too. Sting go for the championship. Why didn't you give him a little bit of a run with the title? Make him lose the 2 matches he came into the WWE. The only 2 matches so far he's had in WWE. Make him lose both of them. Like, again, this plays in the fact, if the older guys are going for the belts, give them at least one run. It can be short, it can be whatever. Give them a little bit of a run. And Sting never held the WWE Championship. Why didn't they give him one for it? I don't know. That's why I see that. It's kind of stupid, but again, it kind of irritates me. But overall, the New Day won this match and retained the Tag Team Championships. Now we have the next match, which is the WWE Whoops. Oh, crap. I gotta do something. Give me a second. I have to fix something. I don't see how the hell this happened. Sorry. I had to fix something in my notes real quick. They got all, like, fucked up because bold print. But, anyway, back to the match I was going to talk about now. We got the WWE Divas Championship match. Charlotte versus Nikki Bella. Ultimately, this match was nothing special. This one wasn't. I mean, the first match against them for the championship at Night of Champions, right? It was Night of Champions? Yeah, it was Night of Champions. Really felt like a match that was worth it. That was worth a damn. It really did, because Nikki Bella technically wasn't, if you think about it, wasn't the longest reigning Divas champion. I just thought about it, because she did technically lose the title to Charlotte on Raw. It might have been 2 minutes, but that wasn't consecutive, so. But my point of it is, I don't know. Again, this match just didn't feel like it was worth a damn. I mean, Divas matches, they have that. They feel like, oh my god, it's actually worth a damn. Then it's like, oh. And lately, this is how I've been. I mean, Divas matches don't matter. They've been shit. They've been kind of just, they've been having these matches that feel like, oh, it's worth a damn. And then all of a sudden, no, it's not worth a damn. It's like, like, lately in my head, I've been playing back and forth with Divas matches. But, by the way, but the main points, though, I really want to point out, it's just Charlotte. She is a pretty damn good athlete. And Nikki Bella, I'm not going to hold it against her either, but she is sort of an athlete. But Charlotte definitely is an athlete. And the main reason you can tell is look at that top rope counter she did, where she basically did a flip and landed on her leg. She might have tweaked her knee or something a little bit, but just look at that. And then the way she had to force Nikki to be put into the figure 8 as well. That was a pretty damn good way to do it. But overall, there's nothing really to say about this match for me. Overall, Charlotte won and retained the Divas Championship. And we have the next match now, the WWE the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, aka the Seth Rollins versus Kane match. And ultimately, I have nothing to say about this match. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a good match. I'd rather have had Kane won, because again, this plays back. You're giving the older guys to go for a chance at titles. Why don't you give them a short run? In my head, it plays back to that. And that's really how I've been thinking lately. But it plays back to that. I mean, it would make a lot of sense to have... I mean, here's the thing. The WrestleMania rumors saying, oh, it's going to be Rock vs. Triple H at WrestleMania. I feel like it would make better sense, really, to have... I don't know. Unless Brock comes back at Survivor Series, which God knows what's going to happen. They'll have Brock become champion again. Because, again, there's rumors that's been playing of how they're saying it's going to be Rock versus Triple H at WrestleMania. But I feel like the match that would make more sense would be ultimately Seth versus Triple H at WrestleMania. Because you have him lose the belt to Brock. Brock faces against Cesaro or someone, someone new again, or Undertaker even would, I don't know. I'm just thinking, I don't know. It's just how I feel like. Have Seth feel, I don't know. I don't know. The only reason I'm saying this is because you have Seth lose the title, face Triple H at WrestleMania. Make a lot more sense. But if they lean towards that, which I don't think they are, because I heard they're leaning more towards Rock versus HHH, aka Triple H. Why not have Seth lose the title? Seriously, I'd rather see Seth versus Triple H, to be honest. I mean, really. Seth versus Triple H to make a good match at Mania. They can put a good storyline, and there is a good prediction storyline I saw, but you have to look it up for yourself. But again, they have turned Seth Rollins face for that Triple H versus Rollins match. Or yeah, Rollins face for the Triple H versus Rollins match. And they could do it so many different ways too, and it'd be so good. I mean, yes, Rollins is the good heel, but just you need him to lose the title. If they do lean towards the Triple H versus Seth Rollins match at Mania, which they really need him to lose the title some way or another. That's how I see it. They need Rollins to lose the title some way or another. I don't know. That's how I see it, to be fair. Then again, I don't know. Unless they keep... I don't know. Then again, you got Triple H that can play heel or face, and generally he's neutral as well. At least right now, he seems neutral. He's not really heel nor face to me. I like both Triple H's, because obviously I'd be rooting for Triple H that match, but I don't know. But, as back to the World Heavyweight Championship match again, there's nothing to really say about this match. I'd rather have had Kane won. Overall, though, it was still a good match. Seth Rollins won and retained the WWE Championship. However, eventually he needs to fucking lose it. That's why I see it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. And the next match, which was a shitstorm of a match to me. Like, literally, I did not pay attention to this match because it was so short. Because you know how when you're working on other stuff and you're just watching, like, glancing here and there, and you're like, then again, like, what the fuck's going on? And then all of a sudden, in a snap of a finger or a blink of an eye, which I'm doing right now constantly, but still, to make my point, it was so fucking short. And one match, I'm about the Intercontinental Championship match, I ever said, the Kevin Owens versus Ryback. Ultimately, I have nothing to say about this match. I'm assuming it was a good match, even though it was short, but I don't even know. But I do know Kevin Owens retained. That's all I gotta say. Then again, I guess they had to save time some way for Taker versus Brock, but still, I don't know. But anyway, we got the main event of the night, the second Hell in a Cell match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, no, it was the best match of the night. We got the Hell in a Cell match, The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. And this was by far the most brutal match of the night. And why do I say this? look at the blood actually happening. Then again, I guess blood does happen to WWE nowadays, just not on the extent that it used to. But still, we got the blood happening. The way they took the hits, the bumps, and the weapon shots just looked fucking, again, just looked nasty, disgusting. It looked fucking brutal as hell. I mean, I understand they're supposed to make it look real, but still. That's how I see it. Just the way they did shit. And then again, I guess you can't really say much because Taker has always been one of the good guys for theatrics and taking bumps, stuff like that. He's always been one of the better guys for that. And again, that's why he's a legend in the fucking business. Then Brock, again, has recently becoming good for that as well. And, you know. But the point of it is, though, too. And then you have Lesnar just ripping the ring apart and exposing that wood. And then he's the one that gets slammed on it. It was really like they didn't give two shits about what they did to each other. They're just, again, beating the living shit out of each other. They didn't give a fuck what happened to the other. But, I'm being honest, the way this looked, though, and I understand, don't call me dumb for thinking, oh, wrestling's real or something, but you know how when sometimes, don't call me dumb for thinking wrestling's real, because obviously it's real fighting. Or not real fighting. Obviously, what they do in the ring is real. Like, I'm telling you how to word this. Like, what they do in the ring is real. Like, especially the bumps and stuff they have to take. I'm pretty sure that shit actually does hurt. But what I'm saying, though, is, I mean, you know what I'm saying. It's more entertainment purposes. Not really real fighting, but it is real fighting at the same time. If that makes any sense at all, probably not. But throughout me watching this match, there's another question that clicked in my head. Do Brock and Taker really hate each other? I mean, the only reason why I say this is just, again, the way that match looked. And it really looked like to me, and look at how Taker took the low blow by Brock right at the end of the match. This is why I'm saying this. Look at the very end of the match, and look how Taker took that low blow. Again, Taker's always been good for theatrics and taking bumps and shit. Brock has too. But if you go back to when Taker was doing the low kicks and the low blows to Brock, you can obviously tell, well, in my head at least, I could tell a little bit that they're not really kicking each other in the nuts, people. He's not really hitting the nuts. That's why they do certain angles for low blows where it looks like they're hitting each other, but they're really not. Because, you know, Taker generally would hit Brock's leg doing the low kicks. You know, you hit, like, on the thigh. It's where you would generally hit him. It's barely noticeable, but that's basically where you would hit him, be like the inner thigh. The upper inner thigh. And then you have the part, too, where Taker did a low blow at SummerSlam, I believe. Obviously, there's some kind of trick to it to where they don't actually hit. It just looks like the impact's there, and you have to react to it. That's how it works. Especially when it comes to low blow, again, God knows, it ain't probably work. But the point of it is, then again, I'm dumb. I've never been a wrestler. I've never thought about the bumps and stuff in the wrestling business, and I know I'm probably thinking too much into it. But look at the way Brock hit the low blow on Taker. That looked fucking brutal, and that looked like that fucking actually hurt like a bitch. Literally. And it actually did look like a real hit. Like, just from the way I looked, just from my point of view, it looked like a real actual hit. Not like a fucking, like a low kick or a normal low blow, like Taker would do. That looked like a real fucking hit. And to be honest, I don't think that low blow was staged. I mean, it most likely was. But to me, I don't think that low blow was staged. And to be honest, then again, it probably was, because, you know, Brock getting a little bit of revenge on Taker. But again, it still leads me to wonder if they really do hate each other. I mean, seriously. And another thing that leads me to this ending wasn't staged, and Undertaker was. And there's one other thing, too, that leads me to believe Undertaker is really supposed to win this match and not Brock. Then again, the referees do wear the little wire, and the ref do know what they're doing, but I don't know. I guess because it's Taker and Brock, too, everything just looks more different to me. You guys can say what you want. This is just my point of view on it. Let me know how you feel about this match, to be honest, especially at this point. Look at the end of the match, too, where Wyatt came out. The Wyatt family came out and beat down Undertaker. Just beat him down. I feel like that would have made more sense if Undertaker would have won. So presumably that's why I think Undertaker was really supposed to win this match. But for some reason they changed it last second, or they didn't want him to win, or something, or they changed the finish last second. You know, because the referee do wear the earpieces, even though you don't really notice them, but they do, or at least they used to. I don't know if they do anymore. So I don't know if there's like a last minute change or something. But again, I feel like the Wyatt family beatdown to Taker would have made more sense if Taker would have won. That's how I see it. So, and also with the abduction as well. I didn't watch Raw, so I don't know. I will watch SmackDown, see to say anything about it, and I will watch Raw next week, most likely. But where they're going to go with the Undertaker abduction, ultimately it's probably going to be Undertaker versus Bray at Survivor Series, I'm going to assume. But again, just the way this match was, it was my favorite match of the night. Again, just a Hell in a Cell match. This one was a fucking brutal as fuck, and this was a good match. Not gonna lie. But that's the question. Do they really hate each other? I don't know. I don't know. Just the way this match happened and the way this match came about makes me wonder. But again, ultimately, I know wrestling is fake to an extent, and I also know it's real to some extent. So don't quote me on anything I'm saying here. But I really do want to know your guys' opinion on the Hell in a Cell match against Taker and Brock and how you guys feel about it. That's like the main thing I want to know. It just seems so, I don't know. Again, Undertaker has been always a good one for theatrics and taking bumps and shit. Brock is, again, much I don't like the dude, because I'm not really much I'm not a Brock fan. He's been one for taking bumps and stuff as well in the wrestling business, so I don't know. That's how I see this. That's how I see this played out. I don't know. But, again, I enjoyed the fucking match. It was the fucking best match of the night to me, no matter what. I preferred Taker won, but honestly, I didn't see Brock winning. I mean, again, most likely it was staged for Brock to win anyway, but I don't know. If there's a last-minute change or something, I don't know. I just feel like there was, to be fair. That's why I feel. There's some sort of last-minute change or some shit to happen. That's ultimately how I feel. But the Hell in a Cell match against Undertaker and Brock. Brock did win. That's really all I got to say about the match. Ultimately, though, I will say that I did enjoy the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. It was I did enjoy it for the few matches I enjoyed, like the 2 Hell in a Cells. And really, that's about what really made it for me was the 2 Hell in a Cell matches, to be honest. That's really how I see it. The Hell in a Cell matches really kind of made it for me. Made the pay-per-view together for me. But it's really got to say, everything you guys need to know is down in the description. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time, guys, live free and rock. Well, live free and rock. There you go. I gotta remember to do that, but live free and rock, guys.